Yeah. That's how I'm beginning the stream. Ugh, it's morning. Ugh, who likes mornings? Not me, not this guy. It is a Saturday morning. I have eaten my breakfast. I have a nice cup of tea. And it's time to play a game of Sanctum. Sanctum made by Coffee Stain Studios. Not a fan of coffee, but Coffee Stain, very good. Made some good games back in the day. Most notably, they made Sanctum, one of my favourite tower defense games ever. It's up there with Element TD2 as one of my just most enjoyable tower defense experiences. I love this game. I love the visual style. I love the music. I love the gameplay. And I like the QOL it has. It's one of those rare tower defenses that shows you the stats of your tower. So like with each wave, you can see which tower is performing the best against certain types of enemies, which tower is just laying down the most DPS in general. And it just allows you to keep an eye on shit. It is a 4-player game, but I don't know anybody else who plays it. For some reason, everyone else hates this game. I don't know why. I fucking love it. It's great. I've been doing some Arc, and we're gonna have a little look at Arc again today because the build I used last time let me down a bit on the airwaves. If you saw the VOD on YouTube, I think almost everything that got through was air-based. It was pods and gliders. A couple of walkers got through, but you know, that is what it is. And I think what we can do is get rid of this shitty drone tower and bring a Keros instead. So the Keros is like a slow field for the sky, which will help group up those pods so that the AA towers can actually get them. It may also slow down the gliders enough that the scatter lasers can deal with them, is what I'm hoping. I'm thinking we're going with the same maze format. So it'll be... I'm going to build it as efficiently as I can. But basically the same premise to funnel them down that path. Bring them back down here. Missed it. What have we got for the first wave? Walkers. Okay. That's your basic design right there to start with, and then the back of the maze. I mean, I'm still working on the back of the maze. I'm not sure about. I think we try and make use of this straight away by putting staggered accelerators in there. And that might be the main focus of the second half of the maze. I mean, there's nothing to stop us doing the same thing on this side as well. Like, do we have a double staggered run there? Is that how we do the back of the maze? Something to think about, isn't it? Something to think about going forward. Let's just have a little look at that as an idea. We can buy and sell freely in this first thing, I think. The blocks, at least. I think the towers you get half value for, but for the blocks. So what I mean by staggered is basically this. So instead of having a straightaway, we have one of these, right? Which allows us to get some more firepower down here. A couple of accelerators, some slow fields. That might help. Right, we've got 100 resources left. I kind of want to upgrade the assault rifle, but I think it's probably a bad idea on the first wave. because I'm not much of a maze runner. Some people run the maze, but I find it hard to run the maze backwards, which I put down to the old aphantasia, which I can blame for everything. But it makes it a lot harder for me to picture the backwards path through the maze. I know I could just like muscle memory by playing it through like thousands of times, but you know, who's got the time? So we're going to rely on some towers to do the dirty work for us. I think we start with the classic accelerator at the start. I'm probably going to put this lightning in place because that does pretty well. Was it there or was it there? It was there, right? The good lightning. And see, I can go 3 scatters instead of doing the gun. I like one there because it starts on the left wave first to actually soften them up. But there is also good because it gives us a lot of coverage in the rest of the maze. Look how much space that covers. Let's go there. And then I want one around the back in case they make it through. I think all of these want to be accelerators though. Do I just put an accelerator down on there actually? Actually, that might be the play. That will get a lot of food there, I think. Okay. Right. We'll give this a go. Oh God! Right. So, Sanctum, it's a tower defense with FPS elements, and it's really cool. It's a really cool game. The sound design is fantastic. The soundtrack is fantastic. The alien design is a little quirky, but I kind of like it. It's got a certain charm to it. Okay, that was way easier than we thought. So this is what I'm saying about the stats. So this tower did 11% of the damage of that wave, 2 kills. This tower, because obviously we were shooting, this tower on its own, 9 kills, 67% of the damage. Well-placed tower. Right, we have soakers coming through, so we need to make sure we've got more accelerators, which I think this back area is going to be ideal for. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to upgrade my assault. And I'm gonna stick a couple of accelerators down here and upgrade the front one. And I'll also put one there. That's gonna be the main bread and butter to do with these guys. So soakers, the way soakers work is every hit, doesn't matter how much damage it does, every hit will increase the size of the soaker. Okay, so they can just mop up tons of hits from towers. But the larger they are, the more damage they take. So the soakers, these accelerators are going to fill them full of juice. And then a good sniper hit will pop them. Because the amount of damage it does scales based on how large the soaker is. So ideally, this is why you want something fairly heavy hitting at the back of your maze, because once you've blown them up, you want to be able to actually pop them. But to be honest, it's the blowing them up in the first place that's the hard part. So you'll see this guy start to inflate the more that we pop him, and you see the damage is increasing on him as each shot sort of does more. He's dead. These ones won't get very big because we're still quite early in the wave. Let's see how the sniper did 837. Right, we're going to upgrade the sniper because we've got some runners coming. So runners, these guys run really fast on the straights and then really slow on the corners. So they're really going to suffer here. So we're going to upgrade this section of the maze to ensure that they are really getting peppered as they go through there. So we're going to add some more scatters. to help us with that. We're going to have one here. We're going to have one here. And I'm also going to put in another lightning there. I'm going to put a scatter at the back, which will help with this lot. That's going to be just very useful. And then let's upgrade a couple of the scatters that are going to hit them hard. So I'm going to upgrade this one and this one. And that's pretty much it. But I'm also thinking ahead. Like, I probably want to... I'm just going to prep that block for an anti-air. So we're going to get an airwave before too long.
Sanctum extermination mode.
So you see how they slow down on the corner and then power down the straight again? That's pretty much all they do. They're actually really easy to kill. As long as you don't build lots of long straights in your maze, you generally won't have a problem with these guys. They're pretty soft. Pretty much any tower will shred them. You just need those corners to slow them down. Job done. Next wave is runners. So very few hit points, but very fast. Difficult for the towers to target. They're going to sort of power through our maze. We're going to rely mainly on the assault's secondary fire, which is a grenade, to deal damage to them. I'm also going to upgrade my Rex one stage. I'm going to upgrade the 2 lightnings. And what we've got left? 103. The last wave, that level 1 still did 11% damage. And that one did 9, so I think we just upgrade that scatter, and I guess we can do that one as well. And just focus the damage on the scatter lasers. Scatter lasers fire randomly, so you never know what they're gonna hit, but they're pretty good at hitting fast-moving targets. They are a very good, very solid tower for just anything, really. But yeah, AoE damage is what you want against these guys, or anything that fires quickly. Okay, so now we can see what worked well there. So 22% damage from upgrading that tower, 27 on this one, so half the damage straight away there. 14 on the lightning, 16 on the accelerators. So yeah, the scatter lasers worked really well against them. Right, coming in we've got gliders, which I will probably have to deal with the sniper rifle. The soakers I'm just going to have to let sort of take the brunt for a little while. We will try and assist as they come through, but I'm hoping our many accelerators can help deal with them. As for what's going to work well against the gliders, do we get a Keros down now? Where do I want to put a Keros? Probably like in this center somewhere. So let's do this square as a Keros. That will slow them down and give me a chance to actually hit them. And we're also, I think we're going to want to build some of the back of the maze here and get some more scatters up just to give us some assistance. So what we want is for this to also be a staggered run down to the end, right? So if we want them to come through there, then we want to that. I realize we can't really send them any further up that side. So I guess that's why people often don't build this another square out. But I feel like we're going to get fairly good value for money from it anyway. So I'm kind of not too worried. Is there a way we can like force them around here a little bit? Like this. So now the path is down there, around there. That looks pretty good, right? In fact, if we take this block out, because we don't need that, we could actually do that. And then we've got an extra corner there. And in fact, oh no, we can't because that's the end of the thing. Okay, that feels pretty good. So let's get some more scatters back here. Let's get one there. That's got a lot of coverage. And I think let's upgrade that one. Let me see, we've got scatters here. We need one in this sort of area, don't we? So let's go put one near the accelerator. Need one here. And let's make... Do we want to upgrade the Keros, actually? It upgrades the area quite a lot. I don't know if the area is going to help right now. Then maybe we do just focus on scatter. Let's upgrade that one to level 3. That's on 10% of our outgoing in total. And there are like 2 spawns on that side, I think. So let's do that. And we really got to keep our eyes out for the gliders. They'll spawn from down there, over here. And we'll just put a few shots in the soakers to help. But we're mainly focusing on gliders. We can come back to the soakers. We've got plenty of time to kill them. We've got a lot of maze to get through, and some of them will just die anyway, I think. There's a glider. Okay, they are getting dealt with, which is nice. That's the slow field, look. That's what the Keros does. Good, these are actually getting killed, which is nice to see. Because they can sort of glide past the scatter lasers and get to the core quite easily. Right, let's put some hurt on these guys. All these accelerators and scatters do a great job of building those up. Very nice. Runners and soakers again. I'm going to upgrade my sniper. And then I'm going to upgrade... probably that. And then I guess some of the scatters again. And the front thing. That thing's already done 33% of the damage of the whole thing. We're getting a lot of value out of that. But these two also very, very good. I almost feel like, do we put another scatter in? Like there? I think that's going to be a pretty good scatter. I've got 52 remaining. What are my missiles at? 100. Do we want to just upgrade another one of these? Yeah, let's do it. I don't think this wave will be anything too troubling.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
The game is also riddled with secrets. What if I told you that there's a way to get up there? Would you believe me? And we get there by climbing underneath the map over there somewhere. Nothing too troublesome yet. There is a lot of runners coming in, but you have plenty of time to deal with them. Oh my god, if I can fucking aim properly. I have made it harder for me to shoot at this wave. That's the other thing that I've just noticed. Hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. Big walkers and blockers. So big walkers just very tanky, soak a lot of damage. Blockers will, when they take some damage, they'll flop over and become invincible and just soak up all the tower damage. So you kind of need to be around to lay the hurt on them by using your guns, which is they're still vulnerable to. Big walkers potentially going to make it through. So I think the plan here is to make sure we have another good accelerator at the back that they're going to have to push through. And hopefully we have enough here to deal with them. We can't really upgrade anything else yet, and I don't... Do I want to... Do I just... Yeah, okay, I think I do. Let's just build them. All the damage is going to help, I think, against big walkers.
Activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
Extermination mode. How beautiful it is. Such a beautifully simple aesthetic. So easily overlooked as a game. Okay, big walkers. Oh. Right. Runners and flyers. So the runners, not the end of the world. We mainly want to upgrade scatters. So we're going to rely on... let's upgrade this one here and this one here, I think. That'll probably do us. What spawned first? Is it flyers or... Yeah, okay. So these things, they're skittish. They stay in one place and then they suddenly dart away, which makes it harder for most towers to target them. Like the AA towers, just can't get them. What can get them is the scatter lasers, which is why the scatter lasers are so good. And they should be capable of taking care of them. They do come in greater numbers as the wave goes on, which is why it gets difficult. Some of them are getting through over here. Just keep an eye on that. I think it's fine. Okay, this one got 2 kills last wave, so 2 glider things, not gliders, but glitches, I guess, made it through. Hoverers and walkers. Our sniper's level 5 already. That's as good as we're going to get. Again, scatter lasers, I think, are going to do the brunt of the work here. Although the lightnings could probably use an upgrade. Let's get the lightnings up a level. And then we'll upgrade some of these scatters. Probably these ones. They're going to get a pretty big slice of the pie. This one, 92 remaining. What can I do for 92? Let's get that up. And we've got another scatter here. I think we probably do. Okay, walkers and hoverers.
Set to extermination mode.
Hoverers first. Okay. That's annoying. No point shooting the hoverers because they're only vulnerable in the back of the head. So we've got to wait for them to get down here. That sound is them not being hurt by the towers. So they essentially form a shield for the people that are near them. But the scatter lasers can shoot them in the back of the head as they come through the maze, which is very handy. But you still kind of want to take them out as quickly as you can because they are blocking damage on the other enemies. As you can see, a lot of that wave made it through. Okay, so against that wave, 16% on the accelerator, 5 and 9 on the lightnings, 10 on the big scatter. Walkers and runners next, so I think we want to mainly upgrade this, the lightning, and probably do 2 of the scatters as well. That's already a big one. So I think let's do that one and that one.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
Extermination mode. And these are not clumped up in a nice way at all, are they? rely mostly on the Rex missiles for these guys. They work pretty well. A little bit of rifle fire finishes them off nicely. Soakers and Walkers. I feel like we're pretty well kitted to deal with these. So we'll just buy some general upgrades here. I think maybe we upgrade the accelerators at the back. Like here in our new passage. We could even start getting some slow field down. Not a bad shout. So the slow field will help bunch them up as they come in. And also keep them near our accelerator for longer. Which allows all of these towers to do a lot more damage. It's only a 20% slow to start with. You can upgrade it, but it's very expensive to do so. But I think in general, especially in this area, it's going to be really good. Oh, don't want that one. Right, so now pretty much their entire path through the maze is slow. I mean, technically we can... No, we're out of cash. Okay, well, I think that was a good investment. Long term, that's going to pay off pretty well, I think.
Sanctum. Extermination mode.
Almost blew myself off the maze there. I'm trying to clear the ones around the soaker more than anything, so that the accelerators can focus on the soakers. Nice, nice, nice. Tanks and big walkers, fuck me. We upgrade the sniper, that's gonna help us a lot. Tanks and big walkers, I mean, this is what it is. There's not a great deal we can do against this. We just sort of have to rely on damage output. This thing's done 4% overall, that's done 2% overall. So I think I'm happy investing in the scatter laser. Okay. This is one where we want to be quite hands-on with the sniper. So the tanks are invulnerable until you snipe them in the head, like this, and then they become vulnerable. They will slowly recharge and become invulnerable again. So you basically, you want to try and maintain them in a vulnerable state so the towers can continuously hit them. If we can kill one before it gets here, that obviously makes life easier for everybody, which is why I'm focusing that one. Those big walkers. Looks like they are taking some good damage in this section, though. I think we want to power up these accelerators, but they seem to be doing a grand job back here. Very good. Blockers and flyers, so scatter lasers mostly, I feel. I do kind of want to upgrade this, but I might wait for next wave, since though we've got the flyers to worry about. Because some of those almost got through last time, so I think we just upgrade all the scatters that we can. And maybe get some more back here. We're definitely going to upgrade that to a level 4. I'm definitely going to upgrade this to a level 4. I think we bring this up to a 4. And then we might just squeeze out one more 4 back here. I want it right at the core. Feels like it would be pretty useful, right? Just for anything that gets through. So we can't quite. I mean, we could get a second one. I could get a second one, or I could upgrade the Keros maybe. I don't know if it helps much against them, but maybe we'll upgrade the Keros. And then we can't upgrade these yet. But I could upgrade the AA, because it might get a little bit of damage. We've only got the 1 AA at the moment. Once the pods start spawning, we'll get some more AA. But for now, 1 will be sufficient. It's managed 6 kills already, and we haven't had any pods, so it's not the worst. Okay. I think we mainly want to focus on the air wave here. The more of these we can kill, the better. They are really hard to hit, though. Also try and block some of these guys. We do have to keep our eye on the maze, because the blockers can get quite far through if we don't watch them. Here they come. See how quickly they've gotten through here? And now they're taking up the scatters time. The scatters did okay against the airwave though, so that was cool. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Pod's coming now, so let's get this AA upgraded. Let's get this Keros upgraded. Let's get some more AA. I'm gonna put one here. And I'm gonna put one here. And I'm gonna put one here. Pods are a real pain in the ass. I'm also gonna get another one over here somewhere. Do I wanna go here? No, let's build a block actually. Just pop one here. Okay. And we'll go heavy on that first one. We've got tanks as well. We can deal with the tanks, I think. They're on their own.
Sanctum. Extermination mode.
Pods are annoying. It's just the sheer amount of them. The AA is a big slow AoE. So having the Keros to sort of bunch them up should help with that being able to dish out some major damage. But look how many of these fuckers we've got to deal with. And we've also got to watch the tanks and keep them vulnerable. There's the Keros doing some work. Okay. Looks like we dealt with it. Big walkers, gliders, runners. God, this is just everything. Upgrade the Rex. Oh, this just sucks. I think this is just we upgrade all the scatters. I think at this point. Oh, this is gonna be bad. The big walkers especially. Okay, let's do that one. This one has got 28 kills. Let's upgrade that one. So that one's also got 27. So we'll put that in the next batch of upgrades. Can we, what have we got left? 225. This has got 6, 13, 15, 18. I think we'll upgrade that one. And that's all we're gonna get.
Activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
That was a good start. Got all my weak spot hits on that guy. Mainly focusing on the runners here, because they are actually quite a pain. So we do want to make sure we're putting plenty of hurt on them. I think the big walkers will have a tough enough time as it is when they get to the accelerators. Okay. Seems like that wasn't really a problem. Hoverers and big walkers, this is a problem, and I think again the answer here is to build up the scatters. This one did 11% last wave, pretty good. Got a bunch of level 5 scatters. What about back here? Last wave, 2, 19 last wave. We get an upgrade. 19% of last wave's damage is huge. That's definitely paying for itself over there. I love the way the guns change color as you level them up. They start off sort of like blue and then go yellow, orange, red. It's a nice touch. And it's the same with the towers. The towers start white and then go yellow, orange, red. Oh, it's such a beautiful game. I think there's a slight hitbox on the thing that I keep hitting when I'm trying to snipe. I think as long as we keep the hoverers down here, I think the big walkers will find themselves dead. It's just a matter of trying to keep the hurt on the hoverers. I think we'll leave those back ones and try and mainly focus on the ones that are clogging up the walkers. These ones. Okay, that is the furthest they've made it so far. But that is a rough wave, so I'm not super surprised. Big walkers and runners. Let's upgrade the assault. Let's upgrade the lightnings and the front accelerator. I think that will help us a lot with this wave.
Activated.
Wave 17.
Extermination mode.
Little runners get very tanky as time goes on. Okay, hoverers and blockers. Ugh. Okay, I think we just focus on upgrades. Do we go full? I think we do. This thing is putting 25% damage of our entire damage output over here. So I think we go big on it. Should help take care of the blockers. Tempted to upgrade a lightning. Sanctum 7% overall. But that is... It is significant. I'm just looking at the overall damages, and to be honest, the 7% from the lightning, other than this other accelerator, 3%, 8%. Yeah, I think the lightning is worth investing in. It's doing some damage, and it's a pretty big increase. So this is just 7%. This is the one that's getting most of the damage output. 225 remaining, so we can upgrade probably that. And we haven't quite got enough to do one of these, so we may just hang on to the rest of it. Although I guess we kind of want another accelerator there for when shit starts to get through, but that shouldn't be this wave. Oh, I fell in the slow field. The slow field slows me and the music as well, and if you pump it up, it's incredibly slow. I'm also, you know what? I'm going to increase the first one so that it really drops their speed as they come into this area, because clumping them around this is pretty great. So having a moment where they all just, you know, get a massive speed reduction, I think can be very useful. We don't do the whole thing, but like the first 2 squares or so, I find you get a lot of mileage out of that.
Extermination mode.
I'm still very worried about the airwaves. It's always the air that gets through. These blockers are getting tanky already. Oh fuck, I fell in the snow field. Get out of there. Gonna have to deal with these blockers. Oh, they're dealt with. Okay, cool. I think the scanners are doing fine against these hoverers when they're on their own. They're not even making it to the thing, though. Nice. Very nice. Okay, I think we go for the missile upgrade against the runners. What's the assault at? Okay, just the assault left to do. Normal walkers, I think the lightning did a sufficient amount of damage there, so I'm gonna upgrade the other lightning. And just hope that that really helps with the damage output here.
Defense grid set to extermination mode.
It's nice having these red towers, man. So cool. Okay, that wave wasn't too bad. Oh god. It's an air wave. This is what we're dreading. Okay, I think we upgrade the Keros here. And then... Right, we've got 3 on that anti-air. We got 2 on this one. 2 on the rear. And 3 on this rear one. Do we upgrade all of these? I think we'll just upgrade all of these, right? To 4s. And hope for the best. This is the wave that might leak, I think.
Set to extermination mode.
I think if there's going to be any leakage, it's going to be this. Just because the pods, there's so many pods.
Bring it.
Maybe we want a second Keros. Is that going to be helpful? Because looking at it now, I feel like a second Keros over here would help with this middle section. I think maybe that is what we want to focus on. Although it did the job. It did do the job. Right. We have 20 completed. It is runners and walkers. I think we can afford to upgrade the salt to max now. Runners and walkers. So, 30% of our damage output is coming from here. 6 and 9. 5, 5, 5. So roughly 5 each for those. Do we upgrade this and then upgrade the slows just in front of here for an extra sort of punch? That might actually be quite a smart plan. I think that might be the play. We could also invest in another upfront tower here. I'm thinking a scatter here could be quite good. Covers a lot of ground. I also didn't upgrade this slow yet. We'll start putting a bit of money in a second scatter. Okay.
Activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
So many of them. I'm not worried about the runners. It's more the walkers, I think. Yeah, these guys are having trouble through here, and I think as we upgrade these accelerators, these guys are not going to get any further than this. Blockers and walkers. So yeah, I think now we do upgrade a couple of these. In fact, we can probably do them to level 5. And bring that up. Let's bring this up. Think that'll do for this wave.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination.
This is probably going to boil down to how well we'll deal with the blockers. fuckers are dead. Nice. Double pods. We're dead. That's it. Game over. Double pods. There's no way. Let's get our second Keros up that I was on about. We're going to pop it over here. And then we're gonna have to upgrade this or two of the others. That one has got 24 kills. I mean, they did make it through last time. This one's got 5. I feel like we upgrade that one. That's got 4, that's got 3. So this one is probably the slightly better one to go with. Okay. We've got 400 left, but there's not really anything I can do. I could build another AA tower, I suppose. Where would I put it? What's our current coverage like? Could maybe stick one here. Will help with the damage at the front. Or we could stick it there. Or just here. Maybe we just stick it there. So it's just immediately dishing out damage to the pods. Okay. We'll see how that goes. It is only pods, so we can at least provide as much support as possible here. Although there's limits to what we can do against the pods, really. Can use the missiles on them, but I honestly don't know how much damage it really does. Nah, not terrible. Look how many of them there is, though, and that's just one fucking spawn. The problem with the missiles is it takes so long to lock on. And look at this shit. This is why the Keros helps a lot, though. It's just a tanky mess of shit. Look at it. Oh my god. Christ. I just fire into the crowd. Yeah, that's not helping. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. We're dead. Oh Christ. There's so many of them. The pods. So many pods. God damn it. 23. That was unfortunate. I don't even think we beat our PB there because that was... I think 23 was already our PB. 24. Oh god, a double pod wave. That was brutal. Okay. Let me think. And there's only so much room to put the AA down as well, that's the problem. Is it best to cluster it up or spread it out? Maybe we should have had level 6s on the AA. Maybe the damage output would have been nice. What have we not done? Aftermath, I hate Aftermath. Aftershock is a bit annoying. All of these later levels, you really benefit from having more than one player. We have a little look at mine. How come I've only done wave 13 on mine?
Prepare for the attackers. Building defensive towers.
Right. Mine. Okay. Fuck me. Forget how annoying this is. So basically, you can stagger them through here quite easily. And then you can send them up, down. No. You can send them... I feel like you can send them up this way, but you can never send them up there. Oh yeah, you can send them up and back down, I think. And then down there and back up. Let me look at this. Oh yeah, you can send them up this way. There's a ramp here. So you can send them down here, up here, up here. And then across the bridge. Up there, down here, into this section. And back. Or we can bring them up here, across here and up. Through there, down and back up. Is there a way? Like, we bring them up here, across the bridge. And then they would go... No, that wouldn't work. So we either use the bridge or we don't. I feel like we keep the bridge clear. It's good for sniping from. So we're gonna send them up that side. So we're gonna want to. They're gonna want to go there. So that's gonna want to be blocked. We also want to block the stairs. So if this is the path. We can block the top of the stairs. And do that. Right. So they're in, they're round, they're round. Damn it. And then... I guess we just kind of have to brick that off. Blocking the enemy path. That sends them up here. Block the bridge. Then they're going to come all the way up here. They're going to think they can get to the core, but they can't. They're going to come all the way down. Into here, back through and back up, and we'll worry about the end of the maze later. We're gonna need a televator, probably there, just to make life easier to get around. Let me just go put that in place because it's gonna save me a lot of walking. Right. So we definitely want a lot of firepower here because they're coming here twice. So we want some really good towers here. So I'm thinking lightning and scatters. How much have we got? 116, and it's runners to start with. Of course it is. You want an XL there? Think another scatter on that side. But we also need to do something here. This definitely wants to be a scatter. I think that's it. We're out of cash for now. I'm going to spend the rest of the cash finishing off the maze up here then. We'll put some more of this together later, but basically we're just going to do a basic sawtooth here. A switchback, whatever you want to call it. Just to help slow them down. What have we got left? 4 points. So assuming I'm fighting down here, I can teleport up here. I probably want a way to teleport back over this side. And then one at the back. I don't have enough to do it yet. But we could use one of these as a teleport, or I could just use that. That is quite far back though. Ideally I want to be able to TP down to this area. So it's probably going to end up being there. Okay. Well, first wave shouldn't be too bad. We'll deal with the first wave. I'm worried I only got to wave 13 on this. It implies it's going to be tricky as hell. Walkers coming in. Where do we begin? I guess there and here. Do I want another axle here? I probably do, right? And then let's put the televator in place. And there already is one at the back over there, but I want one on this side, I think. Let's build one back here as well, so that I can get back to the core nice and quickly. Cool. I think that's everything we need. God damn it. We've also got that spot there. But we've got to think about AA as well. That's the other thing. There's going to be airwaves. And I think that's what fucks you on this level. big walkers.
Building mode.
Plenty of damage output from those. I think that's what we do.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
Okay, that was a fairly simple wave to start with. Normal walkers.
Defense grid set to
I think again we can just keep upgrading the front for this. And maybe I'll do the assault as well, just to prep.
defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode. Turret nodes
Here come the
activation.
flyers. Okay,
Defense grid set to
this is pretty annoying. I'm gonna upgrade the sniper so I can hopefully one-shot the gliders. The runners are gonna be a real fucking problem. That level 3. I think we upgrade that one to level 3. And then I think we're gonna have to put some over here as well. Okay, I think that's as much as we can get. I don't know how quick the airwaves spawn relative to the runners. So we'll assume the runners are coming first and try and lay down some hurt on them. Oh, I didn't upgrade the missiles.
sequence activated.
And then we might have to retreat and deal with the gliders,
Extermination
depending where
mode.
they spawn and how quickly they get to the thing. Oh, here they come.
Bring it.
Yes, I'm just no-scoping gliders. So I think they're the biggest threat. And I'm hoping we can get back and deal with the runners before they get too far. Gliders are done. Where are the runners? They're over there. They're just about getting shredded by the scatters. So that's fine. Excellent.
In hibernation. Defense
Pods. Oh god, here come the pods. Right, I think the deal here is anti-air here. We could possibly put some on the bridge as well. In fact, is it better to just put them on the bridge for the height? Fuck my life. What I'm worried about is them stealing targets from each other. But I'm thinking if we Keros and then Keros And then AA and AA. Stick another one here. And one here, or even at the core. I mean, possibly there, because it can shoot at anything that's Kerost, right? And then do I want one there? And there. Let's see how this goes. We'll see which ones get the kills. Can't quite do that one. But I think that covers most of the bases. The runners should die, I think. I'm mainly worried about the pods.
Sanctum. Extermination mode.
What's going to spawn first? It's pods. Here come the runners. Hopefully the runners can just die in the maze. Okay, that seems fine.
In hibernation. Defense grid set
Double walkers.
to mode.
Okay. So at this point, we cannot rely on the front maze alone. I think we have to upgrade the back maze. I'll bring that lightning up to 3. I'm going to bring that accelerator up to 3. And then we're going to work on this area. I think what we want here is another accelerator. And we just go fully accelerators, maybe. Yeah, pretty good. $62 left. I can't do a lot with it, but maybe we could consider doing something with the block at the front. But what would we do? There's another accelerator here. Really wail on them as they come in.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
I need to upgrade the goddamn Rex missiles. I keep forgetting about the fucking missiles. they're getting so far. Trying to see why I never got past fucking level 13. Jesus. Oh, it's half the core gone.
Defense grid set to building mode.
Half the core gone already. We've got tanks and walkers. I definitely need to upgrade these missiles. Do we start getting some slow field? Is that the play? Because with limited space to work with, I think the slow is going to help. Uh, 150 remaining. I could take one of these off actually and do a tower. That might be better. Okay. It's just a matter of time until we get the double pod wave. That's gonna be what kills us, guaranteed. These are so tanky already though, and it's like, what is it, like wave 8? And look at these guys. Can't really get through from back there. Okay, well, the tower's dealt with it, luckily. It wasn't a huge problem. Big walkers coming through. So we're at 15%, 20%, 11%, but 27% of the last wave. So that actually doing God's work. I think we go heavy on both of those. And this one, question mark? I mean, we could go sick and move this up to level 5. It's crazy. It's an absolutely crazy strat, but when you've only got limited space to work with, the upgrades are probably better than just building, right? These guys are tanky AF. We definitely need to slow that area. Oh god, look at this wave. Oh, hiss. Okay. It's scatters. It's got to be all the scatters, right? And we need more of them as well. We need some scatters just fucking everywhere. I think we need another one there. Right, so assuming they get past us here, which they probably will. Do we just build scatters at the core? Do I build a scatter up here on the bridge? I feel like one here would help. So when they come up here, we want to push them, and then that's pretty much it. That's all we can do, isn't it? So yeah, I think we make that a scatter, and that's it. That's all we've got. Okay, god, this wave is gonna suck so much. I think if I stay here, I can still lob explosives down there and deal with the flyers.
Activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
Oh, gliders as well. Shit on it. Okay, I think the runners are all dead. What's getting through? You. Is that it? Oh my god. Wave 10. Holy shit. Okay. Blockers and hoverers. This is a fucking ass wave. Blockers and hoverers. I think we want another scatter there. It's gonna help here. I think scatters are going to do the bulk of our killing here. We probably want to upgrade the ones in the secondary maze, because they are going to be very beneficial against the hoverers if they make it that far.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
Hoverers first. Well, at least we can start putting some pain on the blockers. Again, super fucking tanky though. Okay, the hoverers actually got wrecked, so that's fine. The scatters are doing the work. You can just come down and speed it up a little.
Defense grid
Last wave, again, lots of damage from the accelerators. They're definitely providing the bulk of the killing power here. We have, oh, we've got wobblers and pods. Okay, we upgrade the sniper for the wobblers, maybe. It's 800 though. I don't think we can afford it. I think we're gonna have to upgrade the AA. I think having good AA damage output is gonna be crucial here. I think we do all 3 of these. I know it's wild, but they're just so tanky. We'll focus on the wobblers to start with, just because they can get quite far through the maze sometimes, and they're fairly easy for us to deal with. And then we'll TP to the back and start dealing with the pods. All right. Okay, the AA is doing well. What is that fucking Keros ball? That's terrible. That's better.
Yeah. Bring it.
Yeah, we definitely need to upgrade the Keroses. Okay. Oh, okay, right. Runners. And big walkers. I think we just do that.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set.
Wave 13, here we go. This is going to be a new PB. And we're going to clear wave 13, the unluckiest of all waves. I mean, it's not double pods, so I don't hate it. Those big walkers, though, getting through. Oh, new record. We did it. We goddamn did it. Goddamn diddly did it. Right, Hoverers. I think we do just a round of scatter upgrades here. Can't do them all, unfortunately, which is a real shame. We can upgrade the lightning, though. That needs a little bit of love. We've got this accelerator. We can't upgrade that either. Can I upgrade one of these back scatters? No. We are out of dough. Although that one hasn't been upgraded yet, so we can do that one. Okay. How did the AA do last time as well? This AA has got 1 kill. This one got 10. That one got 15. And that one got 17. 2 on that one. So they are picking up kills. 2 on that one. Okay. So I think we focus on the runners.
Defense sequence
and let the scatters take care of the hoverers for us, which they should be capable of doing. God, I'm gonna stop falling off the maze. Okay, I think the runners are fine. Looks like the hoverers are under control. Surprisingly, those waves not too much of a problem for us. Turns out our maze is more than capable of dealing with that shit. Oh god, soakers and big walkers.
Building mode.
Fuck me and the runners. This is gonna fucking suck. What do I do here? Do I just upgrade my guns? I think I just upgrade my guns.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to
I think it's going to boil down to how many fucking runners we can kill and how quickly. Okay, it's not so bad. I think this is manageable. I can't really get up there to do anything about the soaker, but... Double gliders. Holy shit balls. Fuck me. Okay. What's best against these? Just the scatters? Slow field? I feel like we do need to upgrade the Keros anyway, so maybe I'll just invest in those and try and snipe them as much as I can. Do that. God. Double gliders. This could be a real issue because these things are fast. They can bypass a lot of towers. They're tricky to snipe. He says sniping them. I think the scatters are doing okay against them though. Which is good, because I can't fucking hit them. I don't know how well the Keros will impact them, but they haven't made it far enough to worry about, so that's good. Okay, wave 16. Double runners! Fuck me. I think we definitely upgrade the guns again. Scatters and the lightning, maybe. And then if we upgrade the lightning, then do the scatters in the back maze. Okay, let's try that. I haven't put anything here yet. I wasn't sure when to put an accelerator or another lightning. Excuse me. I feel like a lightning might be a good thing. Oh god, sorry about the coughing. It smells like piss. It's a bit off-putting. But I live above a very stinky man. And my whole flat stinks of piss today. So I don't know why. I don't really want to know why. But just be aware that it is very pissy. And I'm doing my best not to fucking gag. Okay, I feel like I did a pretty big fucking chunk there. Jeez, 5,000 DPS nearly on that wave. Cool. It's an airwave. It's an airwave. I think the Keros is good for now. I think we focus on the firepower. We could bring some of these up to level 5s, which I think is probably a really good idea here. 12 kills on this one. Do we bring that up to level 5 or do we bring the rest up to level 4? I think maybe bringing the rest up might be a good idea. Let's get the rear one up. Hopefully that will give us the firepower we need. This wave, this is going to suck. This is actually going to suck. We focus pods or zippers? I don't even know. I don't even know what to fucking do here. I feel like the pods will mostly get AoE'd, so maybe we focus on the zippers. But they're hiding amongst the pods, which is not helping. Hopefully the Keros field will help a little. There it goes. Something get through? No. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Another pod though, another pod wave is worrying. Hoverers, I don't think I'm as worried about. I think the maze can take care of the hoverers. 25, 51. We upgrade that. That is doing a hell of a lot of work for us right now. We can't afford another one, but we can bring... We could do one level 4, or we could bring this one up to a level 4, which I think is probably good. That didn't pick up any extra kills. That didn't pick up any extra kills. This one did... This one did not. So this one did. We just upgrade this one? Maybe that's what we do. And then I can upgrade one of the Keros fields. So maybe this one as well, because this one's more central, I feel. Is that it? Could upgrade this to a 3 just to give us some extra security.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination mode.
I'm most worried about flyers, and we can always like stand here and snipe any hoverers that get past. We've got plenty of time to take hoverers out. But pods must die, basically. Fuck pods and everything they stand for. If you're a pod person, get the hell out of here. That is actually quite a lot of hoverers, I've just noticed. Hopefully the maze will deal with them, but I'm not keen on how many there are down there. Especially when a lot of the firepower has been drawn to the pods. which is not particularly helpful. The tower's kicking out good DPS though. The pods are dealt with. And there's only 3 hoverers left. 4 hoverers left? 3 hoverers left. Oh my god. I have the aim of a sausage. There we go. Oh my god, double pods and runners. We're dead. Let's get that up to level 6. Let's get this one up to level 6. This is double pods. This is it. This is death.
Activated. Defense grid set to extermination.
I hate double pods. I hate double pods so much. Why? Why you gotta double pod me like this game? We're just gonna have to pump everything we can into these. At what range can I missile them? That range. Hopefully that will help. The problem is, there's just not many up-to-date resources for this game. It's been out so long that a lot of the guides were made really early on. Largely by a guy called Tiger Hawkins, who did a lot of the early work explaining how all this worked. And then some updates came along and changed everything, and now a lot of it just isn't valid anymore. But I heard people say it got a lot easier, and I'm like, did it? Because it feels hard as fuck. My god, could not hit him for shit. Okay, well, pod wave got dealt with. Let me just have a quick look at that. So last wave, 8 kills on that one, 23 on that one, 15 on this one. So these left hand side is doing most of the work there. Do we still got 39 kills? I'm wondering if we can get another one here for a future wave. Did this one pick up any extra kills? This one did not. So most of the killing is getting done down that front end. So maybe another one down there for safety might be all we need for the airwaves. For now, guns are at level 6. This is runners and walkers. I feel like, do we invest a little in the slow field and slap a lightning here? Or do we invest in the secondary maze? They are definitely getting through here, so maybe we invest a little in this so that we're getting some more damage on this rear pass. If we slow field it up, I feel like maybe an accelerator wasn't the best choice there. Maybe that should have been a lightning, but never mind. Let's slow it up. Did I just upgrade that? God damn it. And then upgrade the scatters, I feel. That's a 4 already. I just made this a 6 without even fucking realizing. Oh my god. Well, I've done it now. I've done it. It's happened. I'm not proud about it, but it has been done. I think that's the way that's gonna go. Right. This one at the front needs upgrading as well. And we should probably try and get some of these level 6 at some point.
Extermination.
If it can lay off the airwaves for a little while, we can do some major upgrades, I feel. That's a lot of fucking guys. Oh, this is bad fucking news. God. All that upgrading for fucking nothing. Are you kidding me? They blitzed through it. They absolutely blitzed through. Right, let's upgrade that one. And that one.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid set to extermination.
What time are we on? 11:30. I'll have to break and get some lunch in about half an hour. Although if we die, I might just call it. Because I don't think I'll have time to do another thing. So that might be what decides when lunchtime is. Everything is starting to get through now. I don't know how much longer we can feasibly hold out. But I mean, we beat our personal best, which I'm happy with. Like 21 waves. I'm pretty happy with that. Considering my previous was 13, I think we're doing great. I think we can probably TP up here and get some back of the head shots as they come round. What have we got left? This guy? Really? Oh my god, I can't aim for shit. Walkers and runners. I think we just upgrade at the front and hope for the best.
Defense sequence activated. Defense grid.
Going to rely mainly on the missiles and the things here. But I think the walkers are going to get through. Realistically, I think we're at our damage output limit here. God damn it, they're getting through, and there's really not a lot I can do about it. We're dead. Wave 23 though. Wave 23. Improved by 10 waves. There we go. Well, that was pretty successful. I think that's a great spot to call lunch. I'll be back a little bit later with Valerius and maybe Yakuma Bear joining us. If she's around, we are playing Yusuka Parking, and if not, we're playing Woke Saints Row. So look forward to one of those happening in probably around an hour. So yeah, thanks for joining. I'll see you guys later on.